Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kati and today it's time for my monthly confession video where I share all what I bought stationery related in the previous month. So today we are talking about my January shopping, and in my standards I did a lot of shopping again. If you're wondering, I have two reasons mainly for making these videos. So first of all, this is like accountability for myself, so I don't spend like without any limits, because I have decided to share. And if I'm in a shop and I look at something, if I'm like, I have to explain why I bought that, so then usually the thing stays in the store, because I don't want to come here and give some lousy explanations why I bought something. And the second reason is that this is not a topic that is talked about a lot in the planner community. So what all people buy and how much they spend on this hobby or passion or whatever, however you want to call it. So I wanted to come here and be open and share how much I'm spending money, what all I'm buying, just to give one example. For some, I understand my budget, because I have a budget, because my spending, when I started to track it, I realized that it's way too much. So I started to give myself a budget for how much I can spend on stationery and fun things. So I understand that my budget, the 100 euros in a month, can be, for some, it can be like a huge amount of money, but for some it can be like pocket money. But that is where I am with my money now. So 100 euros for me in my situation is a lot of money. Here is my spending tracker, and from the 100 euros, because it's not only stationery, I also count here other fun things that I buy. So I have to first reduce my ebook subscription and my YouTube premium, so then I end up with the amount that I'm able to spend. So in January I had 83 euros and 2 cents left from my 100 euro budget, and then I had my savings from December. So when the month started, I had 177 euros and 58 cents in my spending account. And I love to color code, as you can see. That makes things clear for myself. So here you can see the colors. So green is a no spend day, and I have a monthly goal. So in January it was 20 and I reached it on the 25th, and in the end I had in total 25 no spend days. So I only bought and spent money on 6 days in the month, and I think that is great. I'm happy about it. Then the blue is anything necessary, so groceries, anything that you buy for the home and so. And then the pink is stationery spending, and yellow is then everything else that I spend. My first pink day was here, and I bought, if you have watched these videos before, this is very familiar to you. So I bought again a new morning pages notebook. So this Brunnen Student, this is 80 pages, 90 GSM lined paper, and this is so lovely, so smooth, so it's a joy to write with a fountain pen my morning pages in this notebook. And this ruling is so big, I think it's 8 millimeters, so 0.8, so I can fit 2 lines in one ruling. So it takes me about 20-30 minutes to write one page. So then it lasts me almost 3 months. And I had some store credit this time, so The normal price is €2.99, but with the store credit I only paid €1.33, so that's not a lot for a notebook that I use for 3 months. And even the normal price it's about then €1 per month, so I think that's a good price to pay. And I have used those now for years. I love that notebook. If they would stop selling those, I don't know what I would do. Then my second pink day, and this was because I can blame myself in many ways, but I have ordered these notifications when a product is back in stock, and I got that email that the product is back in stock, and then I just went and made an order, and the product that I was waiting for was this. And when I saw this package, I was like, yuck. So I don't like this at all. So if I would have seen this in a store, I probably would have, I don't know, never bought it, but I have heard Ali Brown talk about this product probably already for years and years, because this is, I don't know, I think it's still her favorite fountain pen ink. So this is the Noodler's Lexington Gray, and for some reason now I was ready to try it out. I don't know, I can't explain why that happened, but now I wanted it. And I think I have heard it, someone mention it, but this bottle is filled right to the top. So every time I have opened it, I got spills on the table or whatever I have underneath. So if you buy one day one of these and are not familiar, don't open it anywhere where you can't have spills. But this is now bulletproof. So my favorite style of ink is pigment ink, because I love to use highlighters, so I need to have a pigment ink usually so that I can use highlighters over it. So I bought that gray one, but then I also bought this brown one, this platinum pigment ink. I don't know what's in it to me. I love my Sailor, Seiboku and Soboku, the blue inks that I have had now, I don't know, probably 2 years already. So I love those because they are pigment inks. I can use my highlighters with them, no problem. But I just felt now that I want to try some other colors, so I decided to try this platinum pigment ink. And yes, I recommend, if you just have the option, try a sample first. So this is a huge risk in my mind to buy a whole bottle without trying it out first, but I don't know, I was now just ready to jump. And I did a test run with these inks. Here is it on Midori MD paper, and it worked just fine with the highlighters that I tested, and then here is the brown one. I didn't see any smearing, so it was fine. But then I wanted to test them also on Tomoe River, and there I think that the gray one failed. I don't know if you can see it, but I think it smeared just a tiny bit with the mild liner. I don't know why, but I gave it a fail. But then I wanted to give it a second chance, so I tested the gray one again, and I think again it smeared with the mild liner, although I waited for 4.5 hours. So I let the ink dry before I highlighted it, but still I think, so it must be something with the mild liner, because I get also some residue on the tip of the pen when I used my mild liner. So apparently I have to stick with my pigment inks if I want to use a highlighter and use this. Well, the other highlighters that I tested, I think they worked quite nice, so I will give the Noodlers still a chance if I want to use it with highlighters. So, but I just can't probably use my mild liners with it. Actually, I did those ink tests with this new pen that I got. So this, I think this is a dip pen, or how do you call it? So this is the Pilot F-Nip Iro-Utsushi. But this is just plastic. But this was so easy to test these bottled inks because you don't have to fill a fountain pen. So this was lovely. And then I could also use this for something if I just want to use the ink from the bottle. So this was fun. I forgot to say any prices. So this Noodler's ink was $14.90. This platinum ink bottle was $18.50, and the dip pen was $8.50. And all these prices are without shipping costs because I went over the free shipping limit because I don't like to pay shipping costs. Then I bought this Pilot Kakuno, this pink one with an F-nib. I haven't started using it, but I bought it to match the Lexington gray. But I don't know yet if it is a good match because I think there is always, you have to like find the right pen, ink, paper combination to make a fountain pen and ink work. That was €12.50. And then I also bought 2 of these Pilot Con 40 converters. So one to use with this and the other one to use with this clear one that I bought in December. And here I thought or planned to put the Pigment brown ink in it. And these converters were $5.50 a piece. And then still to get over the free shipping limit, I bought 2 packs of cartridges. This Graf from Faber-Castell, this olive green, and then the Pelikan dark green. Apparently I was feeling green that day. But I like to use these international cartridges in my morning pages pen because it's just so easy. I have a Pelikan pen for my morning pages writing, so these work excellent in there. And then I talked about it in a previous video that I couldn't get these cartridges work in my Pelikan pen, but that is still a work in process. So I have now got the ink to work, but I still have to test if I get these cartridges to work in my Pelikan pen. I hope it works because then otherwise it's stupid to have to move the ink from these cartridges to an empty Pelikan cartridge to use these inks. And these aren't cheap. So this package is €4 and it says it's permanent ink, but as I tested, I can't use highlighters over these. I tested the gray one, so apparently I just have to stick to my pigment inks if I want to use a highlighter. And then this is only $1.50, and these are just good enough for my morning pages, so it's not worth to pay €4 if you get the same experience with $1.50. But maybe this now, it was just, I have been using these Pelikan cartridges for years and I don't know if they get any new colors ever. So maybe I have been just feeling that I would like to have a bit more variety in my selection of inks that I use in my morning pages pen. And that was all what I bought from Stilo&Stile that day. So this order came from Italy and they were together €70.90. And then because I was already doing some shopping, I went to the pen store and again I got 20% off. And there also I wanted to go over the free shipping limit, but I think that was easy. Yeah, that was easy. I actually went way over the free shipping limit. So I bought 2 of these Pilot LX frictions. So let's see, here I have something. So they come in these fancy boxes, which are really not necessary for my use, but I got this gray one and then I got this red one. So this red is now in my passport tee and I like this. I fell in love, so I bought this black one in December, and then when they had these again 20% off, I bought these. The normal price is $35.90. With the discount it's $28.72. And then I also bought this friction remover, this white version. This wasn't on sale, so this was $2.20. And this was maybe because when I started to use these don't have the remover here on the top. So, well, they have it, but I have to screw this off. So that's like an extra step. So then I decided that I would want to have this here on my table where I do most of my writing and planning. So if I make a mistake, it's quicker to take this than to screw off this. And I have enjoyed using it. This is pretty nice for larger mistakes. So I keep this here at my table. And then actually these come with an friction ball blue 0.7 refill, but I like to use the 0.5, so I have put that here. And I was a bit concerned when I first bought it that if the 0.5 refill is okay, and it is. And I have said that I'm a bit undecided on if I like the ball or the point refills more, but at least if I look how they look, the ball refill is better for this pen. Here is how the ball looks like. So it looks like a pen, but then when you compare it to the point, you can see the plastic parts. So for me, it doesn't look so nice. But if you don't mind that, and if you like the point better, it's okay, but I don't like that I can see the plastic part here. So in that way, I would maybe just buy these ball refills in the future. And although this is like nothing necessary, I started to use the one which came with the black pen. So I put here my one and only Sailor fountain pen. So although this was only like 30 euros, but in my collection that's the most expensive fountain pen that I have. So I decided to have it in this box and keep it like separate from my other fountain pens. So it's like a luxurious experience every time when I get to use this fountain pen and get it out of this box. So I don't know yet which pens will end up in these or if I use these for other storage. That was all what I bought in January, and they were in total 131 euros and 87 cents. So I was left only with 45 euros and 71 cents. And of course, now it's the first month of the year, so that's the same amount for my total spending and also for my spending per month. But this is a lot. So last year my total spending per month ended up in about 80 euros, so I'm way over that now at the beginning. So I hope that my spending will go down. And if you watched my previous video where I was talking about wanting February to be a no spend to save money in my budget, I can say already that didn't happen. I ended up buying something, but that confession will be in my next spending video. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, so give it a thumbs up so I know that I should keep making these videos. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I always enjoy chatting stationery topics with you. And thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. See you in the next one. Bye bye.